Shine your light, shine, shine, shine your light, shine, shine, shine your light, shine. Hello, this is Nancy Maddox from Shine Your Light Radio Ministry on WYTV7 in Charlotte. And I'm so excited today to have a very, very, very special guest, a long time great friend of mine and business partner. I'm so excited. Her name is Stacie Page. We're broadcasting from Memphis, Tennessee, which is where Miss Stacie lives. And I'm broadcasting from Little Rock, Arkansas. And of course, the radio station is WYTV7 in Charlotte. So without further ado, let's get started. I want to introduce Miss Stacie Page. She is really a jack of all trades. She's been in many, many different businesses, very successful, I might add. So we're going to start first with Miss Stacie. Miss Stacie, can you tell us a little bit about your testimony and a little bit about yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, Miss Nancy. How are you today?
I'm wonderful.
Good. Well, my testimony is I've been doing different things with my life. I've been working probably for over 33 years, and I'm at the point where, okay, it's just time for me to do me and do things that I want to do for myself. You know, instead of the 9 to 5, I want to do I have a lot of things that I want to do because I have organizations that I'm in as far as like helping women's health and other things in the community as far as like helping the young men and then helping young ladies as well. And I am a mother. I have a beautiful granddaughter that's 3. She looks like she's about 5 or 6. I am married. I've been married for like 5 years now. And I'm just trying to enjoy life before too many things happen and you only have one life to live. So it's just time to enjoy that life.
Oh, that's just great, Miss Stacie. Also, you're a published author recently.
I am.
You have a very successul book that you've written, and I'd like to talk a little bit about that, if you don't mind, and see if we have another book in the future, okay? You have a copy of your book?
I do, right here.
Okay, well, can you tell us a little bit about it then?
Yes, ma'am. The book that I wrote, it's just something, I was like, okay, what am I going to write about? It took me like 2 years to write the book, but okay, I'm going to go on and finish it. So my book basically is called The Unidentified Stalker, Close to Death. It's about 2 people that find each other, they fall in love, and then the past just comes back to haunt them. It's like it's funny, it's drama, and it's very interesting. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll be like, oh no. You'll be like, oh my God. And then when you get to the end, you'll be like, why did she do me like that? Why did she do me like that? So, I mean, it is a book that a must read for all people because a lot of people, even though it's not about my real life, a lot of people that have read the first part of it, they're like, okay, I've been through this, or I know somebody that's going through this. So I guess it could be about somebody's real life, but not necessarily it's about somebody's real life.
Okay, so the name of the book is Unidentified Stalker, Close to Death.
Yes.
And you left it as a cliffhanger, so
yes.
You can do another book, right?
Exactly.
Wow, that's exciting. So are you in the process of writing another book? And is it just
I am.
Of the same characters?
I am so excited about it. I'm just, a lot of people are like, what happens? What happens next? How are you going to start? You're going to have to read the book. I can't tell you that.
Also, you're starting to have some book tours that are happening. You're doing one in Memphis. Y'all had one in Mobile. They're called Divine Affairs.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about that book tour and what's happening with that?
Yes, ma'am. The Divine Affair is an event. It comes from another company that I'm affiliated with called Divine Excellence. So what Divine Affair does, we're actually going to be in Mobile, Alabama, August the 5th for a book signing. And I have another event coming up in Memphis, Tennessee, August the 26th, called Divine Affair Book Signing Lunch and Vendors Brunch. So it's going to entail 5 or 6 vendors that are going to be authors, and five or six vendors that are just going to be regular business owners. And what they're going to do, they're going to talk about their businesses and, just get the word out that they have a book or they have a business. So it is a free event. So if anybody wants to come out, they are more than welcome to come out.
Wow. Now we want to turn to something a little more serious, and that's one of the businesses that you talked about. I want to elaborate on this. I think this cause is so important. It's just information that needs to be out there. And this broadcast, when this show is broadcast, it will be going to thousands of people, Ms. Stacie.
Exactly.
So, I'm really excited about that. Because I want you to be able to talk about your new cause that you've done, which is not new. It's new to you, but not new to the world.
Yes, exactly.
It's called Inspire. Now we know. So can you start to elaborate on that a little bit? And we're going to spend most of the interview. I'm going to have questions and things like that about that. Okay?
Okay, no problem. Now, what is
the beginning on that?
Okay, I will. Now, what Inspire is the Now We Know movement that gears toward women and men's health, that helps us the dangers of sanitary napkins. And with the dangers of sanitary napkins that we didn't know before, sanitary napkins were causing a lot of women's health issues, as far as like uterine cancer, fibroids. And it's just a multitude of stuff that it does cause that we didn't think that we should go through anyway, like the heavy cycles that we have. Women shouldn't be going through that. Women should be having, even though you have this cycle, you want to be comfortable on this cycle. You don't want to have these real bad cycle pains. Because with me, when I'm going to just give a little short testimony about my time of the month. It's like when my time of the month, the second day, I feel like I'm going in labor. That's just how bad the cycle was. And it was like, I don't think any woman should have to go through that, as far as having these real bad labor pains or anything like that. And that's not a good thing. And another short testimony, when I wear the Cherish pads, I do leak a lot, but with wearing the Cherish pads, I do not leak at all. It's like what I did one day, I wore a light blue colored dress to an event. And I was sitting at the table. I was like, okay, I got to get up. Hopefully I don't leak. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get up. So when I got up, I was like, oh my God, no leakage. I didn't have any problems whatsoever, which I was like, okay, this is awesome. I love this pad. And another good thing about it, it does cut your cycle time in half. It's like I'm a 4-day, I bleed like 4 days, but now I'm like 2 days. And I love it, because I don't have the pain that I used to have. I don't have the leakage. And basically I'm dry most of the day. It's something, like I said, does cut it down, but I'm dry. I don't have to worry about all this, I can't wear this, I can't wear that, but now I can wear anything I want with no problems. No problems. So, but now we know Inspire, they have nutraceuticals for men and women. It's not just geared toward women. They do have something for men's health as well, like the memory for the men, something dealing with prostate for the men. Because they go through issues too, but they want relief as well. So Inspire does have something that has relief for the men as well. And with the women, the same thing. If you're having that intimacy issue, they have something for the women, just like they have something for the men as far as the intimacy issues. It's like I say, it's just a real big campaign that has been around for a very long time, because the product started in the Philippines. So they are very healthy. So it's something that we need to be healthy. With the pads that we use today, they're made out of plastic. Basically, they're made out of plastic. And we don't want to walk around with a garbage bag on, because they're very, very uncomfortable. But the pads that Cherish has, they're made out of cotton, a cotton-based product. And if you compare the two, the Cherish pads are like far better and they're more comfortable. And they have, I don't know if you know anything about a negative ion strip. The negative ion strip is something that helps promote health. Like if you go to the beach or something like that, and you get these sun rays and you feel real good when you go to the beach, as opposed to if you're in your hometown and you be like, okay, I'm tired, I don't want to do this. But once you get a negative ion strip anywhere, attached to your body, or any negative ion strip, you feel so much better. You feel so much better. I can't hear you, Miss Nancy, the volume.
I'm sorry. I muted myself instead of unmuting. Sorry about that, Miss Stacie. On the old pads, the kind we've all used all our life,
Yes.
because they're made of plastic, is that what causes the medical problems that it creates? And is it because we're kind of sitting in our own blood for a long length of time, or what?
Yes, what it is, like when we leak, a lot of that stuff goes back into our bodies. A lot of that dangerous chemicals go back into our bodies. It has nowhere to just stay. It just constantly comes back in, because like with fibroids, I had a when I went to the doctor, not recently, but a while back, she told me I had a large fibroid on the inside of my uterus. So I was like, oh my God, this comes from me wearing these pads for so long and not knowing the dangers of the pads. I mean, it's really not a good thing for us to be wearing a plastic bag around anyway. You want to be comfortable. We're already uncomfortable that time of the month, but we don't want to wear a plastic bag while we're on that time of the month. And I really want to gear it not more towards the younger girls that are just starting their period, but I think this is something that'll be beneficial to them. So when they do start, they won't have to worry about all the issues of uterine fibroids and uterine cancer and cervical cancer. And I mean, they'll have a healthier life as far as, and it's like a lot of women have these attitudes. With this, you feel so much better. I can use an example of a young lady that used it. She was like hurting real bad. And once she put on the Cherish pad, she didn't really just have, she just felt so much. It's like her energy just changed once she put her Cherish pad on. So I'm like, wow.
That is absolutely amazing.
Exactly.
I'm so intrigued by this. The negative ion strip.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the secret to the Cherish pads, but it's also they're made of cotton.
Yes.
And I mean, cotton has been what we are supposed to be wearing on our body. It's breathable, everything else. So it kind of makes sense that if something's made out of cotton, that it works better. And if you think about, I'm 63 years old, and I can think back to when I was 12 and 13.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we weren't allowed to wear lace or silk panties because we had to wear cotton panties.
Exactly.
Body. So that makes a whole lot of sense to me. And this negative ion strip is just it seems like a phenomenon that's been created that's going to help with a lot of things, really helping with just your general overall health and your attitude and your mental state during this time.
Exactly.
I mean, that could save marriages. It could save the world almost.
Exactly. But funny you mentioned it. One young lady, she was saying that her husband likes her better because she doesn't have this attitude, that time of the month. So I was like, okay, that's awesome.
Wow. Well, has there been any link to this negative ion strip and PMS? Premenstrual syndrome. Do you know about that?
Yes, I would think it is because, like I said, a lot of women, they have a real heavy, and it's like their time of the month is very uncomfortable for them because they hurt. It's like they have this pain because I have a couple of friends and their pain is just so unbearable to where they get sick and they can't do anything. That's just how bad their cycle is, which I don't think any woman should go through this. I mean, like I think I told my husband this, or I told somebody this. I said, I wouldn't mind having the cycle. It's just the pains that come with it. If I didn't have to deal with the pains that come with it, I'd be okay. I think a lot of women would be okay if they didn't have the pains, that went along with it.
Yes, ma'am. And also, just really the pain and your attitude and really the mess. The
Exactly.
mess has been really difficult for many, many people to deal with for years. I mean, not all of us had severe pain. But the ones that didn't have severe pain had severe messes all the time. So it sounds refreshing to me to have something there that will help help with the pain and also help with the mess. I mean, I just think it's so phenomenal, and it will put all women in a better state of mind. Really, it really will.
Exactly.
So, but that really does excite me about that. So. I noticed that y'all are doing, I noticed on Facebook and social media that Inspire is doing Now We Know focus groups all over the country.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about those and what those were about? Because I'd really like for people to get involved with that.
Yes, ma'am. Now, the reason they call it focus groups, because I think that's more, that way people are more apt to come to you. As far as going to an event, you go to an event, okay, we're going to an event. But with a focus group, it's basically like when you have a focus group, any focus group, it's make people aware, or, let people see the product up front and see how it actually works. And I stress this a lot. Everybody should go to a focus group in their city. They're everywhere. They're in Little Rock. They're in Memphis, Tennessee. They're in North Carolina. They're in Atlanta. I mean, they are everywhere. We even have people that are in Africa that are in this. It's like, it's not just United States, it's international. It's like everywhere. It started in the Philippines, but it's basically everywhere now, and it's growing. So every week you'll have a focus group somewhere. Somebody might have one every Tuesday. They might have one every Thursday, but there always is a focus group somewhere in the United States or in another country. There's always a focus group going on.
Well, that's really great too. I really want the word to get out. Also, as we were talking a little while ago before the show, you talked about how you wanted to get this information out to young people. You have a cause to get it out to young women. Yes. So can you elaborate a little bit about how you're going to do that and what you're going to do with that?
What I want to do, I want to go to like the schools, because I know when the young girls come on their cycle, sometimes they don't have what they need. I want to go talk to the schools. I want to go talk to colleges, because I know the young ladies, they're going through the issues of the sanitary napkins as well. And I think with these sanitary napkins, which I'm sure they will, that'll help them focus better instead of having to worry about, okay, am I, having a leakage? Am I having is something going to happen? I don't want to get up and walk out this class and I'm having somebody saying, okay, it's that time of the month for her. But I want to get this out so they won't have the issues that we have today, because it also is known to cause miscarriages. And, you don't want this. You want to have a healthy baby. You want to have your baby for the full term. You don't want to have something that's messing up your time for you to enjoy your baby. And I mean, I've had a miscarriage, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is why I had this miscarriage, because the things that in my body weren't functioning the way they were. Yes, ma'am. They weren't functioning the way they were. Or maybe a woman that wants to have a baby can't, because the cycle or the pads that they were using had an effect on why they can't have a baby.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. It's really deep.
Yes.
Really
it is very
deep subject.
Yes.
So, before we get finished, we are kind of running out of time, but before we get finished, I would like for you to mention one of your other businesses that you do. I can't really pronounce what you do, but the name of the company is Bushwhacked.
Oh.
Just at Petal Salon.
Yes.
Doing a lot of things for women's health too, and relaxation. So tell us a little bit about Petals and what that's all about and how you're doing that kind of stuff.
Now, Bushwhack is a company I started a few years ago. It's my own company. I am a licensed esthetician as well. So I do waxing. I do full body waxing of men and women. I do facials and I do body exfoliation, which is like a body scrub to exfoliate dead skin off the body. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do something that, like I said, it's time for me to do something for me instead of always working for somebody else. So I'm basically an independent contractor in a spa called Petals Wellness Spa that's here in Memphis, Tennessee, in Cordova. So you can go on, you can book an appointment with me online, or you can just call me and set up a time to come in. But I mean, I've been doing this for 9 years, so, and I love what I do. So I said, well, okay, I can help people get their skin back together, talk to them about, you know, the benefits of skincare, because there are benefits of different types of skincare. Because, you know, a lot of young ladies, they'll come in when they're older, they were like, okay, can you get rid of these wrinkles? Can you get rid of these fine lines? But in all actuality, women should start when they're at least 14 or 15 taking care of their skin. So later on down the line, they'll be like, okay, I'm glad I started early. That way I can, you know, be beautiful all the time, which you're already beautiful, but you know, you want to be able to be like, okay, you don't look your age. Because with the company, well, not the company, with the Petals Wellness Spa that I work in, she has her daughter there, and her daughter is only 12, so her daughter knows how to run the register. Her daughter is like, she's like a mini business mogul. So she's out advertising and marketing for us. I mean, it's amazing to see this, because I think all people that do have children should get their children involved in something that they're doing if they're doing their own business, or to at least teach them how to, if they do start a job, it's okay to start a job, but when you shouldn't have to retire on the job. We weren't put on this earth to work a job for the rest of our lives. We put on this work to start somewhere, and that's like a vehicle to get us where we are supposed to be. But everybody's not going to be like this. But I mean, I just feel that that is a good thing when you get your children involved. That
Yes,
way they'll have
ma'am.
a, yes ma'am, they'll have a different mindset when they get older. They'll have a different mindset as far as money and anything, you know, just different things. They're more out there than just working a job.
Well, absolutely, absolutely. Well, Miss Stacie, you are delightful, and I want to say again that I thank you so much for the interview. We're
Okay.
broadcasting on WYTV7 out of Charlotte. I'm
Yes.
from Little Rock in Shine Your Light Ministry, and I have today the special guest Stacie Page, who is a just does a lot of things, and she's been in women's health and wellness for many years, and a very special friend of mine from Memphis. So I've appreciated so much everything that you've discussed with us. I think it's very exciting. And so now, since we're kind of running out of time, we're getting close to our time limit, I want you to go ahead and give us some information about you. I mean, your
Okay.
contact information, and hold up the book again so people can see it.
Okay. Now you can get my book. It's called Unidentified Stalker Close to Death. You can get that on Amazon. If you're in Memphis, you can get it from me. You can get it on Barnes and Noble and BooksAMillion.com. And also, Now We Know .net. You can go on there and look at the testimonies and, you know, find out more about the Cherish Pass. And then you can also go on www.inspirenetwork.com/Stacie Page to find out more about the Cherish Pass and the women's health and the campaigns and the different focus groups and the locations that we have. And with Bushwhack, you can find me on Facebook, www.com/Bushwhack, or you can contact me on my cell phone, 901-310-5144, to set up an appointment. Or you can go on the website, petalswellnessspa.blog, BLOG, and set up a time to come and see me, or, you know, for anything that you want to find out about.
Okay, and I would like to just spell your name so we'll know, because Stacie,
No problem.
Spacie Page,
Yes.
Page.
Yes.
So you can Google Miss Stacie and find out a lot of information. And of course, you can contact the radio station WYTV7 in Charlotte, and they'll be glad to pass out Miss Stacie's information. And then of course you can contact me if you would like. But I thank you again so much, my friend. You're so special.
Welcome.
I
Thank
love
you.
your smile. I always have, and
Thank
I'm just so excited for how God's moving in your life and what God's doing for you.
you.
So I thank you so much again for taking a little bit of time to be with me today. I know you're a very busy person, and I thank you so much. So I appreciate you, and you keep shining your light, sister. Okay?
Thank you. Love you, Miss Nancy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Shine, shine.